Still waiting for
Oh, he's good.
So you two are playing now, right?
Brian and Ari, yes. Go get Ari. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Brian. Come back, actually. I think you're good. He's got to play Smash Team real quick. We're held up a little bit.
I need Gagley.
You need Gagley. He's playing a match. Or Nox, you're playing a Smash match. So it looks like it's me and Derfla on stream.
You got it.
All right. Man, stream for me. Charles, get in there.
Oh boy.
You know how to do the stream setup, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Man, for me. Derfla? It's us on screen. Everyone else is playing Smash. Where's my Pro Controller at?
I think it's over here.
It's plugged in. Yeah. You're already synced up there, right?
Yes.
Sick. Hanukkah on left. My whole tag's on Smash UG if you need help spelling it.
Hakuna Jabroni.
No, yeah, so we need to change.
Right. Folks, we're here with 9-Hole Grains. I'm sure you'd recognize them from E3's coverage of Splatoon 2.
It's good to be here back in St. Louis watching little ARMS action here. And for all the experience I've had commentating Splatoon, I've had no experience commentating ARMS. So Richard, you're going to have to put in some work here and carry me.
All my experience is from last week, so I think we're all fresh in it. We're all fresh in it. So right now we're going to start off Twintelle versus Helix.
Is that updated?
There it is.
I'll try.
No, switch them around, yeah.
Alright. Hi, Charles.
Hey.
I'll strike.
Can't say it's also that looks like the setup for everything.
For what?
This looks like the setup for some military
Can't repeat that one on stream, folks. Can't repeat that one on stream. So, yeah, let's get into this. So, tell me a little bit. I just caught the very end of that match. Yeah, I think
we had Derfla as Helix, and Trip as Min, and his Helix game is incredible.
Right,
he's really utilizing all of Helix's skills, and he's got a very interesting kit because he's got those Blorbs and Ice Dragons. Looks like we're going Ice Dragons and Guardians this time around. He doesn't want to give up that Guardian.
Guardian put in a lot of work in that last match here, but you know, Twintelle, one of the more popular picks here at the start of the game. Is that because she's good, or is it because she's easy on the eyes?
Well, her ability is very interesting. She's got that Actress Aura, which stops time for a second for any gloves.
Really good against that Guardian.
Really good against the Guardian, yeah. But we're gonna nail that grab from Derfla. But yeah, so she could. There's that Actress Aura going on. She could use it in the air basically whenever she's charging her arms. She can stop time for just a second. Gives her an extra moment to react to whatever arm's coming at her.
I see. Well, right now it looks like Derfla's utilizing that Ice Dragon and the Guardian there to kind of buy himself some time, get away, play sort of that defensive keep-away game, which is a lot different from what we saw last game.
A lot different. Oh yeah. Lots of spacing going on with that Ice Dragon, and he's got double stun right now. If you're hit with that Guardian, you're stunned. If you're hit with that Ice Dragon, you're stunned. It pretty much leaves you up open for anything that he wants to come at you. I did? It's right in front of you.
Yeah, we do see that rush attack open up on both sides here. Neither one wanting to commit a little bit too hard, especially in the part of Hanukkah here is Twintelle. Never want to burn that special when you're down this much. But honestly, Derfla can just keep rocking the same game. You see him going to the corner. Usually that's a bad thing in fighters, but here he's perfectly content.
He knows what he's doing, definitely. Twintelle going to use that rush, but
gets the guard up.
Derfla's going to just dodge right around it.
Yeah, and I think that might have been the last lifeline there. Only 10 seconds left on the clock, and a special still online here for Derfla. Derfla's just going to go right to the back. Just going to keep jumping back, put up that Guardian. I think we're on to game 2.
Definitely on to game 2. Man, that Helix game is quite something. He's using that stretchy action along with melt action pretty well.
Yeah, well, look, see, I don't know if you're Derfla. I don't know that you change anything up right now, but if you're Hanukkah, you got to get to a little more muscle, and I like going with the bird here, trying to figure out how to get around that Guardian, as you said.
Yeah, it's very intimidating. That creep up towards you with that weird face on it, you know. It could really mess an opponent up.
Using Guardian plus.
Looks like Derfla switched over to the Blorb.
Yeah. Maybe trying to catch him coming down a little bit. I overheard you guys talking about how good the Blorb is low to the ground, so it makes sense to try to catch Twintelle out of that float.
Yeah, because it kind of bounces towards the opponent.
Right.
So not much of use for aerial. Just going to miss that grab. Twintelle going to try to punish that grab. Not going to make it.
Yeah, not a lot going on right here. Twintelle does have that rush, Ben does get the stun, but not able to get anything off of it here. Trying again. I like what Hanukkah's doing different this time, although some big damage here.
350, gonna take him to his second health bar.
Yeah, still not quite out of reach here. If get a good hit off this, and once again, I don't think we're gonna get anything off of that special.
Guardian just blocking all of it.
Wow.
Really? Jeez. The Guardian is quite a powerful arm.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that right now, and once again, just going right back into the corner here. I see what you're saying about the kit, although a great read there on the. I think gonna put Hanukkah into the lead here, but just content once again to hop back. But I think the one difference here is instead of Ice Dragon, Blorb's not really giving him that long-range presence.
Exactly. It's a lot harder to do that spacing and keep that distance away from your opponent while still being intimidating. But looks like we're going on. Twintelle gonna take round 2.
Yeah, great response, finding ways to work around that Guardian, even though he didn't get any damage off. Well, he got a little bit.
Right.
Minimal damage off of his rush attack there. So it looks like Derfla saw what happened there. Is going to go right back to what won him game 1. But I think that this Thunderbird might be just enough to counterplay this Guardian.
Exactly. Yeah, it can curve around quite quickly. You got both rushes in the pocket right now, and both using it they're being very careful with it. So Twintelle has a shield of her own. That Parasol is, I believe, a medium weighted arm and can block incoming fire. I believe it can block an Ice Dragon, but I haven't seen any blocking yet so far from Twintelle. Twintelle going to use her rush, but that Guardian was up.
Gonna have to do it the honest way this time around.
Right. There's that Guardian creeping up. It allows so much room for Helix to move around.
Block going to go up this time on the part of Twintelle, and it looks like both of them now burning their rushes. Twintelle about halfway up to another rush, though. That might come into play as there are still 40 seconds and pretty close on health as well. It's a very close game 3.
Yeah, both players keeping their distance. Twintelle's got a little bit of a weaker arm, but looks like she's all generated up. Twintelle closer to rush than Helix. Maybe 1, 2, 3 more punches, and he'll have rush, and he can use that to his advantage with this lead.
And there it is right there, 15 seconds left. The onus is entirely on Derfla here. Derfla's got to find a way in, but if he commits too hard, you know he's going to meet that rush attack. And there it is, finally a solid hit. Might not take Derfla's life here, but I think it is going to burn just enough time. The grab, adding insult to injury.
Hanukkah taking game 1.
That was just a great job of adapting there. That Thunderbird changed everything, switching off of that more standard Ice Punch arm there.
Yeah, the Thunderbird gave him that curve he needed.
Exactly, and it's a really interesting dynamic. There are a lot of different arms that find ways to get around. There's is it called the Chakram that Min Min uses?
The Chakram.
Chakram.
Oh, no, that's the Ram.
The
Chakram was with the Ninjara.
But it's the same functionally. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
And then there's, of course, the Slap-A-Mander, and we've got the bird here as well. A lot of ways. That Guardian is by no means unbeatable. Just got to have the right tools.
Right.
So let's talk the stages.
Sure, yeah.
What stage, if you're Helix, DNA home field advantage? Why not?
Exactly. Because with that stretching ability, you can really peek around those giant tubes and use those to your advantage.
Right.
Twintelle, she's got that Thunderbird, so you can curve around those, but Helix will be able to use those a lot more resourcefully.
Might mitigate just enough, and just like you said, going right there, right behind that.
Right.
Going to try to peek out with that Ice Dragon, get a shot or two here. Maybe it's still
There's
getting
that
peeked
Thunderbird.
out, and that was 100 damage right there.
Yeah.
2 for the price of 1.
C9 Derfla Kappa. That Ice Dragon tearing through. They're trying. Looks like Hanukkah's trying to break through all of those tubes, so Helix won't have much to work with. Hanukkah gonna punish that grab with a grab of his own.
Great timing. Right now it seems like Derfla trying to play a little bit more of a mid-range game. Maybe felt like the Thunderbird was just getting too much of him at distance, but even then, this Thunderbird putting in some work right now. I don't know. What if you're Derfla, what are you looking for here?
For Derfla, I believe you just got to watch those Thunderbirds. He's got to move a little more. I see him doing standing still a lot, relying more on his Guardian than he should. He's stretching up sinking down, but he needs to be moving out of the way of that Thunderbird if he wants to stay in this tournament.
I see. And the Parasol from Twintelle, we've talked a lot about the Thunderbird. That Twintelle has made things really difficult for Derfla here, too, because we've been talking so much about the Guardian and its potential play here for Derfla. I think you see he just keeps saving that Parasol arm.
Yeah.
Hanukkah not willing to throw it out unless it's preemptively trying to stop a punch.
Exactly. I mean, we just saw him stop a grab. We're in the final 6 seconds. Helix going to use...
He's got to, but...
In the final second, Hanukkah taking round 1 of game 2.
Right, and this is rough because in between games you do keep your rush. So so Hanukkah going to start off with a fresh rush here, and all the momentum.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Derfla's got. Maybe a change of kit. Going to go with what he knows.
Derfla going to go. Looks like he's in the middle of selecting.
Yeah,
He's waiting. He's sticking with his true combo right there. That Guardian and Ice Dragon.
So it looks like we're going to see a playstyle change here instead of an arms change, which, there's something to be said for that.
Definitely going to nail that Ice Dragon hit.
Yeah, not really able to get a lot of follow-up on it, but here it does look like he's taking a bit more aggressive an approach, getting up here a little closer, throwing out that Guardian preemptively and trying to react to Danny's punches rather than blocking him. Danny being Hanukkah, of course.
Right. Man, that trailing Ice Dragon shot. It stays around just a little longer than you think. Look at him duck behind that Guardian. Hanukkah's doing a good job dodging most of the shots coming at him. Hanukkah going to use that rush, doing a solid 175 damage.
Yeah, not bad. That is the one, I guess the one caveat to playing a little bit more aggressively is all those blocks that we saw in the rush attacks earlier are not going to be here quite as much.
Exactly.
But I like what I'm seeing from Derfla here. He's taking a bit more aggressive, and it's not a big lead, but it is a lead. He's got rush on lock. Let's see what he's able to do with it.
Exactly.
Yes, the true combo. Stun and grab.
And Helix still has his rush in his pocket, being very aggressive, using his rush a little earlier.
Oh.
Still nailing about 155 damage.
Yeah, not bad at all here. And with just 15 seconds on the clock, he can kind of step back and play the clock if he wants to, but it looks like he's going to keep pressing that advantage that's gotten him this far, and I like that. I do.
Yeah, it's not going to go down without a fight. In the final 3 seconds, that wind ability going to push him away.
Yeah, just too much ground to make up.
Into round 3.
Round 3 of game 2, and yeah, this is that's the response you're looking for. Gonna stick with the same arms, maybe. Oh, switching. Oh no, he didn't. He thought about it, but then he hit the B button. That's gonna trip me every time I watch this game.
Now Twintelle dodging away from that Guardian arm as he should.
It really does. I mean, it really does look like Derfla's putting the Guardian out a little bit more, kind of forcing Hanukkah to pick which way he wants to punch, and then try to dodge around that while the Ice Dragon comes out. That's kind of the exchange, the general exchange that I'm seeing here, and it's been a very even game thus far.
Yeah, it's harder for Twintelle to utilize her abilities with this slow-moving Guardian and the Ice Dragon, because you can't really slow down an Ice Dragon hit once it's coming at you. It's a beam, so it's just gonna come. It
is, and right now, we're already seeing this match at a much more long range than the last one.
Absolutely.
And once again, the tide's kind of swinging back in the favor of Hanukkah.
Both players playing very safe. Very safe.
Oh, what a grab. That was a risk. That was really the biggest risk he's taken all game. We'll see if he's able to get him on the get-up here. No, that's going to be out. And that really is the risk when you go for something straight out of their get-up. If you don't time it right, it's just free block.
Exactly. Twintelle still has her rush, so let's see if she can utilize it to her advantage. Derfla has been doing a good job of dodging a lot of the rush attacks.
Oh, that's big. That is really big right now. That's going to give him just a little bit of a lead with 10 seconds left. Right now, Twintelle's got the rush. Twintelle has to time the rush. Is that going to be enough damage? No, it's not. Falls out of it just at the very last second, and that is going to be it.
Taking a grab.
Oh, my goodness.
Here we go into game 3.
Yeah, game 3 right here. Excellent adaptation on the part of both players. Derfla living to fight another day, and I like the changes that were made. So, if you're Hanukkah, do you just stick with it? I mean, that was a very close game. That was one missed rush punch. away from being his victory.
Absolutely. Hanukkah, we've seen him stick with Twintelle all last tournament. It looks like he's going to stick with it here. We're going to take it to Buster Beach. Very interesting arena choice. A little bit of a high ground, low ground deal going on, but not so much.
Not Ninja Academy.
Not Ninja Academy level. Thank you. Yeah.
And it looks like we are going to see the same arms here for a, what is this now, a 5th consecutive game?
Yes.
Yeah, or 5th or 6th, one of those two numbers.
They know what they like.
Yeah, they do know what they like. And they both found success with it, so it really just has been the play style that's changed from game to game. So why would you go here? You said it was an interesting pick. If you're, let's say you're Hanukkah, what is it you like about this stage that would cause you to go here over something like Spring Stadium?
Well, she can hover in the air. And I think if you could manage that high ground and kind of force your opponent down to the lower ground, it's harder for your opponent to punch upwards than it is for you to punch downwards.
I see.
So there is a high ground, low ground dynamic going on. But with Helix's stretch, it is easy to, get out of that situation if you're Twintelle on the high ground. And there he goes with the the shock into grab.
A little bit of a mini taunt in there. I see you. I like it.
Both rushes in the pocket.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this time another grab. I think that's the second time that he's caught him coming down from that. Now you see hiding up here on the high ground, going to play that long-range game that found Hanukkah so much success in some earlier rounds. And, this is really a part where you'd like to build meter, but both of them have...
And both of them have meter, exactly.
Meter, so just kind of trade positions. Neither one wanting to hard commit, but unfortunately for Derfla, he is down right now. The onus is on him to make something happen, so he's got to come up here and really kind of burn that rush, unfortunately. And we're getting close. There's not much more.
Helix
this is big.
Deal a damage before time is up.
No, just ran out of time there. It really would have been a grab. Probably would have been enough.
A grab
there.
would have definitely been enough. But he was ducking under all of those grabs that Hanukkah was throwing at him, which is incredible Helix play.
That was actually very, very terrifying there for the final sequence. You knew if either one of them got grabbed, they were going to lose the game.
Exactly. Man, that Guardian, but we got Hanukkah utilizing that Thunderbird really well.
Mm-hmm. Just hiding back at range, taking advantage of the fact that Helix not the most mobile character coming at you. Of course, he's got the ducks and the dodges and that great vertical range, but
he's not that quick.
Right. And that pushback, that's in so far back, and now you're going to get to play your camp game again.
Yeah. It's that charged parasol. Since it does have that wind ability, you are sending players way far back.
Very wisely not throwing a grabs into that.
Grabs. But both players are so good at avoiding grabs. It's just an intimidation game at that point.
Mm-hmm. Once again, both of them stuck here with meter, throwing punches at each other. Nobody really finding much of anything. 40 seconds left. Very, very close now. Just barely a lead for... No, now it goes back in the favor of Hanukkah here. This is so close. Just chip damage at this point. Neither one of them wanting to commit too hard for the rush.
In the final 27 seconds of the game, it is neck and neck. It is truly anyone's game at this point.
Right, Derfla having to get this win if he wants to stay alive. If Hanukkah takes this round, he will take the set. But this might be the big opening that he was looking for. No, he barely gets it off.
Ducks under the rush attack.
Oh, that's exactly what he had to do. That's the play he had to make. He still has his rush. He gets the grab.
A grab.
And that's going to be definitely enough in and of itself.
With an Ice Dragon hit in the final second.
I missed a lot.
Yeah. Icing on the cake there, that Ice Dragon. That grab really was what did it. He was going to get the chance to run away and defend. And now, Derfla sitting on his rush, going in to the final round of this set.
This is it.
Game 3 of match 3. Round 3 of game 3.
This is St. Louis Arms, folks.
Yes. Already
There's
starting.
that shock into grab. The Derfla special, his favorite combo.
There's hype even off stream, folks. I don't even know what was going on. But now you're starting to see that long-range game come in again. Derfla applying the pressure here. Some suppression with that Ice Dragon. Okay, fine.
Twintelle with a long grab.
Right, that was a
long grab.
He had to make something happen there. I like that look.
Right.
Oh, gets the Ice Punch, too. Couple
Helix,
more of those.
Helix has meter. He's got that rush attack ready to go at any moment.
Twintelle about to have hers, though. Another big, big grab. This game is very close right now. One more grab from Twintelle. It just barely gets ducked under. Is she going to get it up? No, she is not. Going to be hanging on by a thread. She needs a couple grabs here, just a little more. She needs a couple grabs, and she's got to get that rush attack. This is so dangerous here for Hanukkah. He cannot commit too hard to anything.
Twintelle still has that rush. She's got to use that at the right moment. Going to punish that grab with that rush.
Anyone's game is so close right now.
This is so close. It's going to fall right
Ice Dragon hit.
into the Ice Dragon.
Derfla is moving on.
Heartbreaking for Hanukkah, but a great set. Awesome stuff.
I'm scared. I'm playing against motion controls.
Oh boy. So the man Brian Courtney going to step up here. But wow, that was a great.
I might be going into my arms game.
Might.
I'm going to play now.
Let me see if I'm game.